Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Fola, and in this video today I wanted to share with you a bit of energy and guidance for this Lionsgate Portal happening on the 8th of August 2024. We have this wonderful energy of 888. And if we think about the 8, this is tied to the Strength card. We are in the sign of Leo, which is connected to the Strength card in the tarot. There's this power we are being called to really connect to here internally, and we have been throughout this year. A message that keeps coming through over the past week that I'm hearing from different folks in my circle is this idea that we are shedding away of the things that, they don't really align anymore. That word recalibrate was mentioned, this calibration of who we be. And in order for us to do that, it requires a lot of strength. So if you are maybe struggling with whatever you're going through right now, this shift through this portal, this doorway into the desired you, we could say it's a new version of you. It's like the highest version of yourself. Then I hope this can kind of support you during that. If maybe you're just not sure the next steps, then we're going to tap into some of the cards. We're going to tap into this kind of message and guidance to see what we might need to expect or be on the lookout for in the next week, and also to, just support you. And so as that energy is going and flowing to you already, just trusting you're going to get exactly what it is that you need to receive during our time here together. And I'm going to start with pulling one of these cards. And let's just see for this Lionsgate Portal what the energy is saying. We have the Mystic Star. And so the 7-pointed star is the representation of, everything that is, in my opinion, this channel. It's also the representation of everything that is planetary. So we have a strong influence right now of Mercury retrograde, and I believe someone had mentioned that Pluto is retrograde as well. And this requires a new sense of finding an internal balance, internal power, right? There needs to be a strength to move through something that is so influential, like the stars, the planets. But anyways, it says Mystic Star, harmony in the home and great friendships. So this part of like recalibrating, this part of letting go of what's going on right now, especially if you're noticing because of Mercury retrograde, conflict in relationships. I can tell you that I definitely have been witnessing this, various groups that I'm a part of, different relationships. It seems as though there's this turmoil that's taking place. And what I am reminding myself, I think actually I used that exact word, harmony, earlier in a post I made. So this would be yesterday if you checked out the channel, was around the concept of what this harmony, what this connection can be in relationships that we can really dive into when we learn to let go of that which no longer serves us. We have the yang or yang card energy. This is the masculine aspect of the whole. So for yourself right now, what I was kind of feeling just now is this sort of like barrier. Okay. Sometimes we can be so much in our masculine that, it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, but you can be so much in your masculine that you actually put up walls and you don't let people in. And that might seem like it's a way to protect yourself, because for sure it's probably worked before. Right now, though, this Lionsgate, if you're seeing this message, there's something here for you with this yang energy around really checking in. How is it that you are protecting yourself from others during a conflict? And how is that actually holding you from experiencing these harmonic relationships within yourself, within home, but also externally? And so there's something here about the yang energy, this masculine energy, that I feel is really being asked for us to tune into. Okay. So I'm going to pick a rune from the bag here. We just ask those gods to support with giving us the message for this Lionsgate. What is it that we can really hone in on here, support ourselves with? for the collective, for individual self. Oh, it's so weird. I like put my hand in, I want to pull one out. I can feel my hand go to it, and then it like vanishes, and my hand's all of a sudden on something else. So anyway, we have algaes. It was in like the reversed position. I'll just show it here. When I see this, usually, you know, it would be like this, and it has this sense of, I mean, for me, it's like I see this individual holding hands up, reaching for the stars. And it's funny, actually, I'll just show, because at the bottom of the deck, we had Great Spirit. And I was like, should I say something about that? I don't know. But maybe now it's tied. It's like this rune reminding us of the love that comes from above, from the heavens, from the great expansiveness of the universe. This is like a position physically that you could hold. You could go outside during the Lionsgate, you know, so on the 888 at any point this week, and hold your hands and your head high up into the sky and allow yourself to really wake up and remember to the connection of this divineness that you be. Okay. This is also tied, Algies, to the concepts of like self-love, right? How are you receiving yourself? If we don't connect to the divine energies, how can we completely love ourselves? And I think the same thing goes to the stars, connecting to the stars. There can, you know, I grew up with the belief that astrology, astronomy, all these things are not good. They're considered evil in the eyes of like the church. And yet the way I perceive it now is this concept that when planets and stars align, these are all sort of like mirrors of my internal self. The planets actually represent different archetypes. And that's what my post was going on about yesterday, was this idea that the archetypes of Mercury tied to the wisdom, to the magic and communication, these are like themes in our life. So it's important that we recognize these stars. And when we can embrace even Mercury retrograde, then we are willing to acknowledge that, hey, even I have communication and relationship stuff and wisdom that can be in the dark, okay? We're going to pull a tarot here. We're going to connect to that energy of algaes just through the chanting. Algaes, algaes, and that energy as it flows to you. Imagining yourself standing there with arms stretched up to the heavens. Algaes. Being told to pick this top card for whatever reason. Princess of Dis. So we have a very earth-based card with the Princess of Dis, but kind of in her most, I want to say like, in a way, the most inexperienced place. And I believe this card is tied to when we get closer to the September equinox. So just pointing out that there's something about like almost a completion energy there. Oh, fascinating. I just noticed she's holding in the disc the yin and yang, if you can see that. Ooh, 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 ooh. She's got the horns, the ram's horns, which are kind of like spiraling a bit down, which is interesting because I was just reading about the solar disk with the horns, and almost like how those horns are splitting of energy that comes from the divine into ourselves, or vice versa. We have the Three of Cups. This is Mercury in Cancer. Hello, Mercury. We see you even during this Mercury retrograde. It's like, is this reading or message about Mercury now, or is it about the Lionsgate? But we have here, you know, we have 3 8s and we have we have a 3 here. There's something about this energy of 3, this royal triad that is present. And with Cancer being a water sign, being very emotionality, with the Princess of Discs being tied to the earth, which is like something about grounding and the physicality, there might be an abundance of emotion right now. A lot of this probably tied to Mercury. So we're going to just ask those guides, your ancestors, to support with whatever emotions might be really overflowing right now. There might be a scenario with you between three, okay? Three people, maybe almost like polarizing ideas. So like the ends of both spectrums and you being kind of like this balance in the middle. All of this, I get the sense, is really happening for you to learn how to find balance, but also to like integrate it into the balance that is the yin and yang that she's holding. And this, like I mentioned, the way I perceive her card is like, it's like a beginning sort of energy. You know, like the princess is sort of, it's not like the head of the hierarchy, if we could say. And so it's like you are still learning here. Okay. So trusting that whatever that is, this self-love, this balancing of the yang energy, it's you still learning as you master this full image of the yin and yang. Okay. This full circular connection. We're going to pull one more card. It's going to go above. Oh. We have the sun. This is such a brilliant, like, bright card. It's really quite wonderful. Ooh, if it's gonna focus here. You got it. You got it, camera. There you go. And this here, we have the sun, and we have the letter Resh. The letter Resh has to do with the forward aspect of the brain, of the mind, of the physical head. And if we think about, like, you know, I say that and I'm thinking kind of like you will be the head and not the tail, right? In a conflict, in situations that seem far from harmonious, there can be a tendency to be really hard on ourselves and to think that maybe, you know, like, oh, this isn't going to work out for me. But I feel like this card is just really highlighting what this Leo strength energy is this reminder that you are the head. You are not the tail. You are at the beginning of opportunity. You are at the beginning of yourself. Ooh, and I'm going to sneeze here, I feel like. Noting that in these cups, there are gold like flowers or lotus that are pouring the water through them. So there's something here about this transmutation of the shit into gold. We got gold on the Great Spirit card as well. Okay, so I'm seeing a lot with the yellow. And so what we'll do here is just connect to that center of Tiferet in the heart. Okay, this is the place of the sun. You can imagine, if you'd like, having eyes opened or closed, that's up to you. And imagine a ball of brilliant yellow light in your chest, in your heart space. Maybe even your arms raised up as you vision them with the receiving like the sunlight from the solar in our galaxy, that solar light, into your heart space. Like you as a funnel, drawing in that, and what I could say is yang energy, active, moving energy. And let this fill your heart. Let it really charge up your heart center. And as it's charging, it begins to spin this like vortex of energy, the sun, solar disk just building and growing and expanding in your chest. And it begins to emit light rays out from it into every area of your body, and also out beyond your physical body, out through your auric fields, and even out beyond your aura into the room and into the space you find yourself in. You might really be feeling the pounding of your chest here, moving through the breath, anything that's showing up here. Just allowing it to be present as you continue to build this energy of the sun in your chest. Letting it feed all around you, including your body. And I feel like there might be, for some of you, guides or ancestors, people who've passed away or transitioned, kind of wanting to show up here. So I want to invite you, if you are noticing these energies in your field, just welcoming them to share the messages that they have for you. For some of you, this might even just be your inner child, like a version of you at a younger age or whatever, and they're showing up now. So just inviting them, like, hey, I see you, and thanks for being here. What is it that you have for me to know? Just continuing to breathe into this. And my understanding about Lionsgate Portal is it does tie us to this like higher solar sun energy of like even spiritual sun. And we have it with the 888. So we call to that 888, that strength card. The woman who's looking into the lion's mouth, facing the lion with courage. What does it look like for you to face this energy within you with courage and to face the emotions, the challenges that are showing up in your reality currently that want you to have strength to face them? It wants to guide you to the harmony because that is your natural state. Calling to that divine name of the sphere of Tiferet, Yod Hei Vav Hei Eloah Vada'at, Yod Hei Vav Hei Eloah Vada'at. So we thank that solar light within. You thank the guides or beings that showed up to share messages with you. Maybe placing hands on heart, having gratitude for you, this divine being that exists here now. Thank you, Spirit. Whenever you're ready, you can open eyes, returning to the space. So thank you all for tuning in and being willing to face even the most difficult parts of life. And draw upon that sun. 3 suns, we can say, for this Lionsgate. You have this fiery energy to alchemize and transform your life. So I encourage you to continue on the path. And yeah, be sure to check out some of our other content on here. Tune in, take part, share in the comments what's been showing up for you, where are you going, things like that. It really helps encourage each other through our sharing individually. And yeah, I hope to see you again soon. So have a great day. Happy Lionsgate.